Okay, hello, welcome back to another game of chess. Today we're facing d4, we're going to play c5, the old Benoni here. They push past, we go knight to f6. Will they play c4? They do, allowing us to play the Benko Gambit. Awesome stuff. Now, if they take our gambit here, if they take our b pawn, accepting the gambit, we are going to play the beautiful a6, offering up yet another pawn for them to take, deferring their c pawn very far into my position to be recaptured at a later date by any number of pieces. And instead they play b3. Now I've seen a lot of people going for b3, and I don't really feel like it makes a whole lot of sense. We're going to go bishop to g7 here. We're going to fianchetto opposite to this. If you play knight c3, I'm going to play b4, and we are going to kick that knight. It's either going to go to a4, which is very uncomfortable, or straight back to where it came from on b1. You know what, I might just play b4 anyway. Let's go for it, b4. This idea is basically to say, let's close this all out, and the direction of the pawns here is going to be counterintuitive to this bishop, and it's going to be very much, you know, the direction of the pawns aids both of these bishops. Now, whose bishop's going to be better? Well, your pawns? I mean, yeah, they're controlling some squares over here, nice. Who cares about these squares? Mine are controlling these squares, 3/8 of the central diagonal that these bishops occupy. All the empty squares are currently dominated by my pawns. I think structurally speaking, I have quite a pleasant advantage here, and I think there's a really nice idea to go a5, a4, and you know what, we're going to go for that straight away. To try and disrupt some pawn structure here, we go for a3, okay. Ooh, this is where I actually have to really think, because I don't want to let them play a4, because then they lock everything out. Maybe I play a4, maybe you take. Oh no. Maybe a4 is okay, actually. This pawn's just really weak. I think we might go bishop f5. How about that? To maybe play queen c8 or queen d7, get a battery towards h3 going. Oh, I'm so dumb, I cannot take like this. We have to take this way. That was very, very dumb. But actually, wait a second. This looks like a nice square for my knight. This looks like a very nice square for my knight, in fact. Knight d7 and knight to c5 could be a very pleasant way to apply a lot of pressure to the weakest pawn in the position. b3, that is a backwards pawn. Backwards pawn is a pawn that basically is unable to be defended by pawns in either of the adjacent files because it is behind them and cannot be advanced easily. Now, in this case, it not only can it be advanced easily, it just can't be advanced straight up. So, I'm going to play queen c8. The reason I prefer c8 to d7 is I want to leave d7 for the knight to maybe pirouette, or I guess pivot's a better word there, into the c5 square. And I want to go bishop here. They might go bishop h1, given that they just moved the rook over, so this isn't a pin. Like, that could be why they did that, so they could play bishop h1. But if they do go bishop h1, then my bishop is just going to live here, harassing the light squares around the king. They let us trade it off, which is good because this is... that was the main defender of these weak and light squares around the king. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Now we're going to play knight to d7. I'm not even castling yet, which is quite amusing. I feel like I should have castled a while ago maybe. But I'm just going to get my knight to c5. This is absolutely a square that needs a knight on it. Pressure on this just permanently. The ability to play a4 at an opportune moment, maybe. And... yeah, I mean, I like this a lot, unless we want to leave it here to prevent e5. We're going to castle. We're going to castle. I'm going to see if they go for e5 straight away. They might. Oh, damn. Is that really a move? Can I play this? Then we're attacking it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I go here. If you take, hello. Ooh. If you push past... hello, takes, maybe? Guys, I like this move. I really like this move. We've castled, tempted them forward, and then attacked it, but not only with 1 extra piece, but with 2 extra pieces. We've unveiled the threat of the bishop on the pawn. They push past. Now I can take this, they take here, and I take here. I think that makes sense. It has to make sense. The bishops, I mean, since the start of the game, that's been the war of this game. I'll tab back to illustrate my point in a second. Yeah, look, since they fianchettoed here b3, and I fianchettoed, or well, played b3 and then g6 to fianchetto the bishops, it's been the tension between these bishops that at least I've felt has been the defining feature of the game. They now, basically what we've done is won the exchange of those bishops. Yes, we've given up a knight, but we've also got a pawn for our troubles and the bishop, which is now unopposed on the diagonal. Oh yes, that is what you like to see. I think bishop c3 is just disgustingly good, and I'm going to play it. We are just immobilized the knight. The bishop is outposted, meaning that it is in a hole in our opponent's position, which is a square which cannot be attacked by a pawn because any neighboring pawns in the files, these two here, have been pushed past the point, as they obviously can't move backwards, where they can ever defend this c3 square. It is also supported by a pawn, so this bishop is extremely well placed. Now, I mean, I'm thinking to go back here. I'm thinking to go back here. But the thing is, am I threatening like anything with that move? Maybe not, but who cares? We're going for it. Point being, I want to get in the way of the threat on e7. Probably I'll play e6 at some point. Maybe the bishop will take. If they play knight takes, I'll probably play bishop takes. I don't really want to ruin my pawn structure for no reason. And also, you know, if knight takes, pawn takes, I kind of cut my bishop off from ever retreating down this way. So they unpin the knight so that after knight takes, they can actually recapture here. Okay. I might go for e6 now. But I quite like a4 as well. We've got this nice solid structure here. Ooh. Oh, you know what? We're taking. We're taking this. We're going to take with your knight. Otherwise, this move didn't really make much sense. Then if a4 takes rook here. Will they take with the queen? Okay. Interesting. I'm quite tempted to go for e6. But I don't know, what if, like a4 takes here. I just try and put my rook on a2. Oh, I do like that, but then what if the knight comes here and dislodges my bishop, and then this pawn's just left weak? That could be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. What if we just go for this? How about that? You know what? I'm playing f5. I don't want you to play knight here. Find a different square for your knight. We're going to potentially be opening our f file, which could be incredibly useful, given that the queen's there and maybe a weaker pawn's there. Now we are making our king weaker with this move. This is probably an inaccuracy according to the engine. But I like it. It's quite aggressive, I think. And at some point, maybe the bishop can sit on c5 and put pressure on f2, and then, you know, if we open the file, then the rook can put pressure on here. And all the while, we can maybe go a4, break in on this side of the board with the queen, the rook, get a passed pawn here, swing the rook in, put further pressure. Like, there's a lot of nice potential attacking ideas. Are they going to sack the exchange? They could. I'd be quite surprised, but they very much could. Who cares? f4. Now this is a free pawn, but if you take it, you just absolutely mangle the pawn structure around your king. These become all isolated and doubled and isolated as well. Terrible situation to be in. And it also leaves our rook nice and open. If you don't take, then you've got two options, either push or don't push. If you push, then that's got to be inducing some weaknesses. And if you don't push, I can open my f file. But g4 might be the best move, and like playing h3 and just trying to hold on here. I don't know. Because allowing me to take looks dangerous. What if they play knight here? Then we just take. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting stuff. If they play g4, I'm actually most scared of the move g4. Because if I see g4, I know they're sort of going to try and hold on. And then try and fight this out for this bishop. Maybe win this weaker pawn then. Okay, so they take. Which is probably a decent move. But horrible for the pawn structure. And like, just everything's a little bit weak now. I can probably lift the rook, swing the other rook in, and just take this. Because I do not know Like, there's no way you can get your rooks up to defend it in time, I don't think. I actually really think I'm going to do this. Rook f5. How about that? You go knight here. Okay. Now, I can keep the bishop. Like, I could just slide back to g7, for instance. Or I play rook here, you take my bishop, I can take this pawn. Ooh, that might actually work. Rook f8, takes. Let's say we see a move like, I don't know, queen d3. No, because then I take on f2, so the queen has to stay attached to f2. There's only 3 ways to do that if I'm counting correctly. e2, e3, or g3. Either way, if we then take, you're forced to take with the queen from whatever square. We take again, king takes. Maybe some check. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I should probably just keep the bishop now. We're going for it. We're going for rook f8. Why not? You take my bishop. It's okay. It's hello. It's hello time. Hello over here. That's what time it is. We win a pawn anyway. The queen goes here. Now takes here. Check. King moves and I can take the knight. That's what I calculated. Maybe I should... Oh, maybe I should reconsider my position. Maybe queen g4 is a beautiful move, because if you go here, oh my goodness, if you go here, it is a long day for you. It is a very long day for you, because I can take this and the queen can't take because it's pinned. So queen here's not a move. So you've got to move the king. Wow. Okay, we must be doing well here. Now I suspect taking the knight's fine, if not the best move. But, and that is a fairly enormous but. What about rook f3? Hitting the queen. Oh, but you can go queen here and force the queen trade. Takes. But then I take and pick this up. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I do not know. But if takes here, rook takes. No, you can't play rook takes because this is hanging. Oh, so takes here. What do? You can't play queen takes. The queen's tied to this. The thing is, I want to go here so I can go check. This looks really like enticing, I think. But if I go here, check, takes. I've just got to move. I really like this. Should I do it? No? Yes? No? I'm doing it. Okay, we've sort of given up on the bishop over here a while ago. They've taken it. We've taken this. Then we've gone check. Then we've gone here. Like, we haven't even recaptured this for the past 3 moves. Now we're going to be able to, because I don't think there's a way to move this knight without hanging your queen. And if you go queen check, then we take, and after you take, we can take here. And then you have to defend this still, and there's a bunch of weak pawns everywhere. So the queen moves, but now we take here. Right? Check. The queen has come off the defense of f2. That is resignation. Bellissimo. What a beautiful game. And if the king had gone here, which was the only move, we would go there, and it would be checkmate. Oh yes, that is how you attack. Look at the state of this king. Let's analyze that game. Okay, so here we are in the analysis. If we scroll down here, you can see 87%. Not the most accurate game, but still quite stylish, quite nice. I did make a blunder, apparently, which was... Rook f8 was the blunder. Okay, that's fine. We'll go through the game. d4, c5. This is known as the Old Benoni. Okay, yeah, you see it says 4 inaccuracies. One of them is the book move played by 8,500 masters, including Fabiano Caruana, Shahryar Mamedyarov. You know, we've got some huge names. Vasil Ivanchuk here. Yeah, this is not an inaccuracy. They push past, knight f6, c4. Top master move here is b5. Takes, they didn't take, sorry, I'm in autopilot right now. They played b3, which is inaccurate, and you see there's been how many master games? 5 master games here, and black has won them. 2 of them, which I was aware of, played g6. I think I've looked at both of these games, because there was only 2, and I thought, oh, 100% win rate, that looks nice. The point of playing g6 is, as I said, fianchetto, although apparently I don't know if that's actually the best move according to the engine. They want me to... Oh no, okay, bishop g7, best move, fine. Here, b4. Now, taking may be objectively the best, but we push past. We go d6, we push a5, we get the bishop out. Okay, and yeah, we take with the c pawn. This is where I kind of didn't realize, I kind of forgot about this whole idea of this pin. However, taking with the c pawn was actually really nice. And they went here. This is all kind of accurate except from here. Okay, yeah, so in our graph, we're staying within, 0.8 of the eval bar. Not too bad, but here is a bit inaccurate. Why? What could our opponent have actually done to punish this? I guess they developed their knight. And if we go here, they take, we take, and rook. I don't even... Oh, do they just stack on here and hit my a-pawn? There's just nothing I can do to hold this pawn. That actually makes sense. So instead of this, we saw rook to e1, bishop here, trade the bishops, knight here, castle, and this was a mistake because we found the... But yeah, awesome. So we tempted them forward, we then attack the pawn, they push, we take the bishop, then take back here, we're up a pawn, and they move the rook, and we go bishop c3, which is the best move. Okay, why is this not like a perfect game? I guess this got a bit choppy over here. Okay, knight back, awesome. Takes. This is all just great. I'm just slowly building my advantage, which is absolutely excellent. f5 was one of the best moves. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what I wanted to see. That's what we like to see. And here, f4, was that the best move? No. It was one of them though. It did like a4, which I was talking about. But f4 here, they take, which was a mistake. We could have gone back. Oh, that's nice. And then just taken this. Instead, I went, yeah. Okay, so the reason that this is a mistake and that probably the inevitable blunder of rook a to f8 was a mistake as well. Wait, let's just look. Yeah, is because the engine wants us to go for this. While the pawn's pinned, we attack it, keep our bishop, and the f-file is as weak. So I definitely should have seen that, and I probably should have played that. I got a bit overexcited about this line, where our opponent can do this, and it's pinned to our queen, and they remove the queen from the f-file. Okay, that's what I missed. I missed this idea completely. I definitely should have played bishop to e5. I still might have lifted the rook, and after this, then gone bishop to e5. However, they took. Then we take. Then, instead of picking up the knight, what did we do? We're on queen g4, right? Was that good? Queen g4? Inaccurate, but still awesome, by the way. Just if this, we go... Do we not go here? Okay, this is still really strong, but I mean, how is this not just the greatest thing I've ever seen? Then we take, and pick up the knight. The rook takes. And you're telling me this endgame isn't just completely won for me? Okay, I guess they can go over here and win this pawn. This a pawn is definitely weak, but instead, the king went here. He went rook to f3. We should have taken the knight, because then what would they have done? Played, I don't know, what, like f3? We can just go queen f5. Oh, queen f5's beautiful. Because there's no way for either of these rooks to come up and defend this, because queen f5 holds this square and the pawn holds this square. That's absolutely disgraceful. Okay, I understand, but this is also really lovely, because our best moves for our opponent, which is what we recognized, was this continuation here, where you're just completely finished. You have to go for this move, and your pawns are all over the place. We're a pawn up anyway, and we have the free reign to apparently just go king g7, probably even just walk our king up and take this, because you basically can't move anything. If you go over here to try and take this pawn, we can lift ours up. If you take, we're taking here. So it's just impossible to escape this threat. So that would have been a winning endgame, but instead, as we saw, opponent moved the queen, check, and they resigned. Because after here, there is checkmate. Thank you very much for watching another video. I'm being kind of quiet because it is currently past midnight and I do not want to disturb my family. This is, I believe, the 11th or maybe the 12th video in a row. Go on the channel and count. But we are coming up to the 2 weeks of consistent daily uploads mark. Got the South Africa jersey on. For those of you who've been wondering what is going on here, very sick. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that really helps out the channel. all of you who are commenting consistently. I really, really, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. It is unbelievably encouraging to me to know that there are people that, you know, are watching my content daily, not just regularly, but daily, and enjoying it and engaging with it and learning from it and having a good time while doing so. I will try and reply to all of the comments. I try and do that just after I've posted the next video. I'll go back to the one before, try and reply to all the comments. But yeah, I'm on a bit of a tight schedule at the moment, trying to crank out the content for you guys. Also working on some bigger videos to hopefully grow the channel a bit more. And yeah, this summer, going to see a lot of good content, and we are going to be back to some live streams soon. So stick around for that. Subscribe. Love you all. Thanks very much. Goodbye.